Hey guys, this is Araxa, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I played through a game, and this time I'm going to spectate my own game and see where I went wrong and what I can do to make myself better. So I'm just going to check out how it goes. So I was playing Trundle, so our team makeup: Jinx, Trundle, Talon, Darius, and Karma. The main reason I chose Trundle was due to Shyvana and Mundo. I know Trundle is a good counter to them, but really I can only shut down one of them. And later in the game, Mundo gets a lot tankier than Shyvana does, at least in this game. So my ults really start to hurt him. So I'm starting red just because it's closer to bottom. I get a faster leash and I can get myself going faster. Alright, so I don't really know how I feel about the Talon Fizz matchup. I feel like it's a little more in Fizz's favor, but it's still pretty skill based. Could go either way. So I see Shyvana started blue. We got best Nasus of North America up here. Wonder if he cleaver checks him. Yep. Talon does a good job watching my buffs there. Never really used the spectator mode, so this is pretty new to me. So even if my Q comes off cooldown on Trundle, I don't use it always right away. I'll use it right after an auto attack just to get the reset. Because if you use your Q like while your guy's already about to swing, it screws up your auto timer, and so you lose out on some damage like that. Shyvana, the lubricator. Alright, I think I remember their bot wins pretty hard, so I'm gonna check that out. So right now CS is pretty even across the board. Looking at a whole lot of nothing. I don't really know the controls for spectator mode, and I'm using a track now. Alright, so first gank on Darius. Looks like pretty well set up. Well timed flash. That was pretty close. Alright. So somewhere around now, first blood happens. Talon says that Fizz doesn't have his flash or ignite, I believe. And then I'm like, oh cool. And then, no. I decide to flash in instantly to get the slow on Fizz, and then he tries to juke away from me, and I munch him. And get the kill. So there's first blood, it goes to me. It was pretty close. I almost got juked out of the bush, which would have been really bad, and I would have been upset. So here's where I do a lot of failing. I walk in here and zone Shyvana out, and then start to take her white, right? And then I underestimate the burst Shyvana does on me, and I'm like, oh crap. And then I go to disengage and fail my pillar. So I got screwed over there. So I get first blood, but give up my double buff, so Shyvana gets a good reset on those. Good timer reset. And I'm pretty sure it allows her to gank bottom pretty hard. So my goal there is to recover now. Some fighting going on mid. So Fizz just gets an easy solo kill there. I'm just gonna let the camera free control right now. Just see how the game went. So I believe I go up here just to cover Talon. While he's back, just trying to soak up the XP and CS. Fizz is roaming bottom, that's really not good. So they survived that game pretty well. It's nice. Shyvana ganks top. She still has doubles, so Darius is probably done here. Well, I'm just farming. If I was up here, I couldn't really contest it or counter gank because of the double buffs, and she has level advantage, so he was just kind of screwed after that. So I guess I expect Mundo to just shove. He gets level 6. I could have ran up and got the kill if he didn't hit 6, possibly. With Pillar and my run speed increase if I surprised him. But he just gets to get away, and I'm just keeping the minions off the turret until Darius comes back. So it looks like bottom they have level advantage and CS advantage. And Fizz is jumping on Talon again, getting another kill. Yep, solo kill again. And all this time I'm sitting there farming. I possibly could have been right there. I'm full health. I went to white. And that's not smart, so I was just out of position. I need to keep an eye on the map a little bit better there. So I walk in here, see a ward, he throws a cleaver, I get hit, and that just tells me that he has a ward somewhere around here. I honestly thought he had a ward right there, so that shows me that he had a ward here. So yeah, that's kind of upsetting that I could have been mid, but I was farming white camp. I need to go back a little bit to see what Shyvana just did. They're still alive right now, so I'll just keep an eye down here. Should probably keep an eye on Shyvana. She's a playmaker. She comes in, burnout. She starts it late so she can get the burnout to last longer. If you start burnout way back here, running in, you won't have it when you chase. So you need to use it close to people when you're ganking so that you can get the refresh on it. So I pick up an easy red without being tested. Luckily it was just our support that died bottom. So at this point I'm pretty scared about Talon fighting Fizz. He could probably just die again, which isn't good. Right here, I make the call that Shyvana's at blue and that we should go contest. So I'm running up. I'm trying to use the vision right here because I think Fizz is going to come back to lane. So I'm using vision right here to try to catch him off guard, and I do so. And we almost got him. I got my ult off. I thought that Talon had gotten Ignite off, but nope. And then I Pillar. That was a really good Pillar, forces the flash. And all we really get out of it is summoners from them, which isn't horrible, but it kind of puts us out of position here. I just take wolves and leave. So honestly, I think that was a pretty good play. Could have gone a little bit better if we had picked up a kill, but it was a pretty solid invade. None of us died. So is their red even up? Okay, their red buff's up. I think I figured Shyvana was gonna be back, and so I'm decided to go for red. They ping that I'm here, so they know. I get the red, they start collapsing on me. I just have Darius. Mundo is pretty far for the collapse. But I'm pretty sure if I just ran away that I would have died. Now here I gotta watch, because if Shyvana keeps going into my jungle, I'd pretty much have to bail that blue buff. It would have been a really smart play by her to try to check that blue buff with Mundo and Fizz. Would have been an easy steal for her, but I'm allowed to pick up my blue. Pretty sure I give it to Talon on this one. And he dies with it. Like, Talon does good damage right there, but Fizz, he's pretty far ahead at this point, so he's just crapping on him. Oh, so they go 1 for 1 and I pick up blue? Yep. Best camera controller in the world. Alright, let's see. I think I tried to counter gank here. So Mundo bails. I ult Shyvana. And we blow her up. And then we try to go for Mundo. So that's the power of Trundle's ult, because as soon as they get ulted, then they're really squishy and they can blow up fast, but Trundle gets really tanky, so if they're on me at all, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, Mundo's back, we should shove turret in, but he teleported, so he was fine on that play. So that's not really too dumb, but I probably should have just bailed after I saw Mundo come in, because the way I just did it there, it pushes the lane a little bit and gets Mundo more farm while losing our Darius farm. So now it looks like Talon's trading pretty well against Fizz, except Fizz has his ult, Talon doesn't. So he just gets blown up as soon as the fish hits, or the lobster. So our bottom is 0 and 1 right now. Our Talon's 1 and 4. So like I said back when I was doing white camp, if I had just come to mid lane, because I should have known Fizz was already being pretty aggressive. So if I had done that, mid lane could be a completely different story, but I did not. Trundle's really good at CSing, just because between his bite and the attack damage that it gives, it's easy to last hit with him. So they just pick up an easy kill on Karma. Not really a big deal. Well, it's kind of a big deal just because Shyvana's easily able to spiral bottom towards their favor. Here I was like, well, they're at Dragon, we should tower dive Mundo. And the fail that ensues here. So I found that, okay, Cloud9 always does this strategy where they dive Mundo when somebody goes to Dragon. So I was like, maybe we should try it. But we took way too long on killing him, probably because he's level 9 and he has Giant's Belt and Kindle Gem, which makes his ulti huge with that regen. So basically we dove there without the damage to kill him, and we were just slowly cutting it down. Talon did good to roam up and pick up the kill because they were at Dragon and there was no way he was going to contest that. So that was just a misplay on my part. If I'm going to do Mundo dives, I should probably do them sooner in the game. Or I should wait till his ult gets baited out like Darius was telling me in game. So we're doing smarter. So here I gank bottom. There's no way getting Tristana where I was, but we can pick up the kill there. I leave because I know that they could pick up the kill, but Shyvana and Fizz counter gank, which is really good. Talon also counter ganks the counter gank. picks up the shutdown gold on Fizz and kind of puts us back in the game. We lose Talon, but I'm pretty sure Jinx lives there, so it's a pretty decent trade. Shyvana blue flash, it's not bad. It's pretty stale up top. I mean, Darius is just behind, but he's not so far behind that he's gonna lose. Not lose hard, at least. So that's good. Mundo has level advantage. Surprisingly, the gold is pretty close this game, even though they picked up Dragon. And they've been ahead for quite some time. I pushed the lane up because Fizz wasn't in lane. He loses CS when that happens. Pretty standard stuff. I figured Shyvana was bottom. I'm pretty sure that's why I went and just took that, right? But look, right here. You see? Look, red buff's up. What am I doing? That was an easy red buff that I just didn't even touch. Look how late they respond to that. I could have been there. Oh my gosh. No eyes on the map. I knew he was down here, so all I had to do was at least just walk up and check, and then I could have got the timer and known. Eyes on the map on the buffs, okay. Something I can work on. So we go here to try to get the pickup on Fizz. Shyvana got red, so she's pretty strong right now, but she's at half health. My ward shows that she's right there. Bottom's not doing bad. Those sparks hurt. So just see, Trundle has pretty fast clear times. Guess I'm going to make a play bottom, or attempt to. Alright, let's check out my view of it. They have it warded. At this point, they just tunneled on the turret, I think, and thought they could get out. I chased down Alistar because I thought they would kill Tristana faster. I get the Alistar kill. Karma picks up the Tristana. Jinx unfortunately died. I don't know, it's kind of worth it because we picked up both of them. We lost one, but I don't really know if I could have saved Jinx in that situation. Well, I can check. Oh, need to go back a little bit more. How do I go back? Yeah. Jump back 15 seconds. I can hit spacebar. Jump back 15 more seconds. No, I said 15. Okay, let's see what happens. So, yeah, so I was pretty far away. Jinx just got kind of blown up, so I don't think I could have been there on time. I think it was the right choice to chase down Alistar. I would have been wasting a lot of time chasing Tristana. So that was a good gank by Darius. So right now, both top turrets are gone, so it kind of frees up that lane for both top laners to roam. And our Darius just decided it was his time to roam. Actually, our turret's up. That's really weird. That turret's up too. There's a glitch on the map. Okay. So I guess Darius, the freaking wave wasn't pushed up that far, so he didn't really lose too much in terms of turret damage. I'm getting collapsed on here. Okay, it's just Shyvana. I got a really good pillar right there that pins her there in the wall and made her use her dragon form to get away. It still would have taken a long time to get a kill on Shyvana. They're pinging dragon, so they must know it's up soon. We got some wards on her.
Is this the end, or only the beginning? The second chance you never thought you'd get.
So I had to go back. They're pinging missing. Don't know why. Alistar is clearing out our wards, which is smart on his end. So Darius built Tiamat, which lets him push up against Mundo all game. And Mundo is gonna take her ass like that. He doesn't clear fast enough. He has to be in the minion wave with the Burning Agony to be able to clear, so that's pretty smart on Darius. Alright, so I pick up red. I used Smite, which might not be the best idea, just because they could be coming into here. So we'll see how it plays out. I do have red buff, which is pretty good. Oh, I misplay really hard here. So I decided to go in, thinking it was a 4v4. I completely overextended, and then I flashed into the team. You never want to do that. I panicked, flashed straight into the team. If I was going to flash, it would have had to been well before, or I could have not even put myself into there, because that lets Tristana reset multiple times and pick up tons of kills. And then, due to that play, they get a free dragon, so that's a pretty bad spiral. That gives them 3k gold lead over us. Plus that red buff I just picked up. It's like, why did I even grab it if I was just going to feed it to Tristana? So our only saving grace would be if Darius does well up there, and it looks like he got the turret. We still have ours intact, so Mundo's gonna have to spend a little bit more time up there to try to get that in. It's not needed, but it'd be good for them to pick up our top turret. Me and Trundle, or me and Talon pick up an easy kill on an overextended Alistar. Standard stuff. So I'm going up here to help Darius, and I'm like, run towards me, because he was right here. And then he just like kicks off this way. If he had come towards me, it would have been fine. Alright, so there I used my ult to damage Nasus, the best Nasus NA. I used my ult to subjugate him, tried to do as much damage as I could, and luckily Talon roamed up with me, otherwise he would have gotten away. Shyvana is going back into the jungle. I'm pushing this wave out with Mundo dead. It frees Darius up to go around a little bit. I don't think I really could have contested that red buff unless Talon came with me, so if I synergized well with him, I could have checked it. So I just gotta keep an eye on those buffs on the map a little bit more, give them a check. It doesn't hurt. I mean, you can die, but if I saw their whole team down in this area, so it doesn't hurt to check the buff. Only Shyvana could have been there. Oh, here we chase so hard. I shouldn't have done this. After they get away, right here, when Talon did all that jump for Tristana, we should have left right here. We should have left, but I overextend pretty hard, and then my whole team pays for it a little bit there. Luckily Darius isn't retarded, and he didn't stick with us for that one and got to push a turret, so we're not that far behind. But between the last misplay I made, so I made a misplay here and one up here. Between those two, that put our team in a 5k deficit, which is not good for us. So those are both things I could have worked on. Really poor initiations by me. Mundo picks up turret. Darius gets some good damage onto Mundo, I believe. This whole time I'm back at base, so I get to watch this fight. So he almost picks him up with between his bleed and ignite, but solo killing Mundo is pretty hard. He usually takes the whole team. So Mundo just waits for Darius to leave and then just goes and clears the waves again. I think he's a little scared with that as all. I get Talon blue. Enemy team's grouping up mid. They're pretty far ahead, 6k gold ahead, so it's not a bad idea for them to group at all. But I believe what happens here is Mundo. This Mundo, he like doesn't group at all. He's like their highest rated player and he just decides it's not smart to group when my team's ahead. So that's a pretty big misplay on their part. Our Darius, on the other hand, he knows that he needs to be in these fights to make a comeback. 6k behind. So we're wandering around mid. I flipped the camera somewhere else. That's how much damage Talon's break did. It's stupid. It's not too dumb of Mundo to be up there just because he has teleport. All he has to do is teleport into the group. So Darius gets up in their face. Then I charge the back line. They exploded Alistar. I ult Shyvana so she was squishy. I'm really tanky at this point, so I'm like up in their face trying to zone. Mundo came in a little bit late to the fight. Their carries are too scared right now. After the initial burst, Fizz can't really do anything, so we just keep chasing them down, run them down. And this brings us back about 2k gold just from one fight. It puts us back in the game a little bit. Fizz sticks around. He makes some good plays all game. It's kind of ridiculous. We try to zone him because he's just really low and sticking around. But look at that ungodly damage. Jinx flashed a little late. He does an E flash combo, so he's well out of there. Really good pickup kill by Fizz with the rest of us. It was like 5 of us there and he still picked up 1 kill on us and got away, so that's really good by him. I don't know if we would have gotten the turret if Jinx was up, or if it might have been more smart for him to try to save the flash for the next team fight. But they see we all were going back, so they're going to pick up the dragon, and I pick up red buff. I can't really contest their whole team right here, so I'm going to go take gold, just to try to get my stacks up. Try to keep that gold income. I was really bad about my stacks this game. They just kept hitting 80 and that's not what you want to see when you're jungling. So right now it's pretty stale. There's not much fighting going on, just warding. Setting up for the next fight. Mundo's gone. Our Jinx has Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer. Now, with Mundo and Shyvana being on their team, she really needs to get that last Whisper, which I'm assuming that's why she has a pickaxe. The cool thing is, with that build she has right now, when I subjugate, she can still do pretty good damage to whoever I do it to, as long as she's targeting that person, and I pick that person smartly, I guess. Alistar is a really good disengage. We're pressuring mid. There's just 4 of them. Shyvana is coming in to flank us. Jinx gets completely annihilated there, and I tried to pill her to zone her. I'm just like the tankiest thing that ever lived, but when Darius and Jinx went down and Talon has to run away the whole time and can't actually do any fighting, then we're a little bit screwed. So that's what, the second triple kill that Tristana gets to pick up. Look at this, look at this. She gets that shield off. They try to overcommit together, and she's just like, nope. So they just kind of stand around here, waiting to push this turret in. We still have 3 people down. Not a bad idea on their part. They should have got this and left. But instead they get a little bit greedy here. Go for inhib. Jinx rocket does no damage. And really my team just runs them down again. Like they are overextending hard after they get a good lead. Really quick, I want to just highlight Darius's pull here. I want you just to watch this. Alright, he runs. They're all getting away. He flash pulls 3 of them for the easy pickup. Look at that. So, we made the best of a bad situation. We're 8k gold down. They threw pretty hard right there. They could have just left after getting a tower. It's pretty warded up here. But 3 of them were down, including their jungler. So they only have their carries up. Talon is just working on zoning them with Karma. And we just pick up the Baron. I think Fizz was trying to go for a steal. But smart on Talon and Karma to zone them. Oh, we were pretty far behind. Now we're 6k behind. I think we were 8k before Baron. Like after the pickup on their team. Talon picks up blue. It's good for him. He gets to spam rakes, which is pretty high damage. So the whole enemy team is pinging get Darius. Get Darius. And they get Darius for sure. They all jump on him. And I'm like rushing. I'm like, I can do something for you, Darius. But nope. So I was like, well, Darius, he died. And he's like, no shit, Sherlock. So we decided to just turtle right here. We have inhib down, but the minions aren't pushed up. They don't really, since they don't have a mid that has any range capabilities, they can't pressure this tower that hard. Fizz threw his fish and missed. Talon flashes on us and pops us all up. They're diving really hard right here. I tried to get the kill on Mundo with the ignite and my subjugate, but it didn't work out. They target me now, just because I already blew all my cooldowns. Darius is up in 2 seconds. He has home guard, and here he comes to our rescue. He gets a 2-man pull. Let's Jinx start getting the resets. So both teams have reset-oriented AD carries. Fizz almost blows Jinx up again. Power gets the kill onto her. Jinx gets the reset, and then they're just chasing him down from there. Jinx is hitting every spark, I think it is. Tristana tries jumping on Jinx to make a good play, and then Shyvana is forced to let Mundo just die, because if she was there, she would have died too. Really smart on her if she gets this red, because our team just kind of wants to stay in this one. We bring it within a 5k gold lead now. So I was good on Shyvana to pick that up because there was nothing else really for her to go for. That was the best objective she could get at the time. So we're all 3 pressuring mid. Their team just came up. We see Dragon came up. They're kind of lost. The enemy team's kind of lost right now. So we rush Dragon, get it, I believe, with a little bit of pressuring back from them. Alistar just comes in to check it, and it's not there, so we get it. And now we're just backing off, so we bring it within a 3k gold lead. So this whole time we've been down by like a bunch of gold now. We're only in a deficit of 3k. We haven't really been winning any straight up team fights just because Fizz just ults in and kills one of us. It's like super easy for him. If he hits any of the squishies with his ult, then we're done. But we always, with my team, we always just rush in afterwards to get the kills. So basically the strategy against Fizz that you're going to want to do is bait out his ult. After that, he can't pump out as much damage. Like if he can get an ult target down, not have to worry about being bursted by that target, then he can just kind of jump around team fights and juke around. But if he misses that initial fish, then he loses out on a lot. So it's 5v5 pressure. We're down 3k gold. We get a pull on Mundo. Look at Fizz, he's so far back. I'm in the team fight. I ult Mundo. I ran to ins, trying to keep them off our carry. They're doing a good job disengaging, but Fizz isn't good at running away from fights. He's good at being in them. And we pick up a lot of good kills there. Right here, I just kind of got really low pretty fast at the end and backed off. I pillar, we pick up the Mundo kill. Good pull by Darius. And then we're like, they're down for 30 plus seconds between their entire team. So we just press mid. Press it, and I believe this is where we win. They're up in 5 seconds, we're pretty low, but we had crazy damage. So what can I work on with Trundle in that game? I had a lot of really poor initiations, and I misjudged Shyvana in the beginning. I did good on counter jungling, despite the fact that I didn't watch the timers or I didn't watch her buffs all the time. So something I need to do from now on in jungle, if I see the rest of their team in a place that's not by me, I really just need to check those buffs. If I see them up, at least on the map, then it's time to check them. So, I learned quite a bit. Don't dive Mundo when he's level 9 with Darius and Trundle because we won't pump out enough damage. So I just need to really work on my initiation skills right now on Trundle. So, thanks for watching.